Hello everybody and welcome to a 1.21.10 fabric modding tutorial. In this video I'm going to walk you through setting up your project ready to add anything you want to the game. Now what you want to do first is go to the first link in the description and download the JDK from Adoptium. You do this by just clicking this button here. It should download the right one for your operating system and it will download the newest version. You want to run through the entire setup and then everything should be set up for Java. Next you want to head over to IntelliJ IDEA and press download on this. And the same with that, you just want to download it and set everything up. Now, before we get into the main tutorial, I would just like to mention you should probably know a little bit about Java. So I recommend going online, looking up some tutorials on some basic Java principles, and then coming back to this video. Okay, so now you should have everything installed that we need. So head to the Fabric website. The link will be, again, in the description. And we need to fill out our template. Now, for the template, you can fill it out any way you want. I'm going to name the mod Tutorial Mod. Our package name, I'm going to set as com.sydders. If you have a URL, I recommend doing it as that. But if you don't, you can just put sydders.tutorialmod if that's your name and mod. But obviously, change it to anything you'd like. Next, we need to select the Minecraft version. Currently, 1.21.11 is the newest update for me. I would recommend making the mod for that version as well, so you can follow along with the tutorial, as Minecraft modding does change a lot. But in future, I will show you how to update your mod. Now, coming down to advanced options, we want to turn off Mojang mappings and split client and common sources, and turn on data generation. This is very important for later on in the tutorial. Now, just hit download template, and we can get started making our mod. Now head to your downloads folder or wherever anything downloads, and you need to extract this zip. Once it's extracted, I recommend placing the folder somewhere that you will be able to find it again. I'm just going to put it on my desktop for now. I'd also recommend renaming it. I'm just going to rename it Tutorial Mod to make it easier. Now you need to open IntelliJ. It will look quite similar to this, but you won't have all of these projects. You just need to click the open button and find where your folder is. For me, this is under desktop and tutorial mod. Just click on the folder and press OK. Now we can press trust project. I promise there's nothing wrong with this file. You should now see a window like this pop up. If you go into your project, you can see we go source, main, Java, and then you've got com, Sydders. Obviously, this will depend on what you've got. We also want to make a client initializer. So if we right-click onto your main package, press new Java class, and I'm going to call this tutorial mod client. Once you're in here, you need to implement the client mod initializer. And if you see, this has now gone red. So if you hover over it, if you press implement methods, it just puts everything you need in there. Now we want to head into our resources and go into your Fabric Mod JSON. We need to add a new entry point for the client. So if you put a comma after this and type client, it should automatically write this out for you. We now just press enter, put some quotation marks, and if we start typing client, it should come up. Just press enter on that and it will do everything for you. In this file, you can also change some of the settings such as the description and authors, so I'm just going to quickly update that. Okay, so now we want to generate the sources. To do this, we click the terminal button down in the bottom left and run /gradlew gen sources with a capital S. This should start downloading. It may take a second to download, so I'll just cut to when it's downloaded. Never mind, it has built it in 6 seconds. Now, if we head into Mixin and example Mixin, we can control left-click Minecraft server.class. It will take us to this file, and then we can just press choose sources and make sure you select the file that says sources at the end. Now, this will give us a little bit of info about the classes that are in the mod. Now, if you've done everything correctly, you should be able to go up to where it says current file, and run Minecraft client. This will take a second to load as it's the first time loading, but once it has loaded, you should have a Minecraft client that you can run from IntelliJ.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
We've just had the narrator come up, but now you can change all your settings, you can make a world, etc., but we now have a Minecraft client. I'm just going to close out of this now, and the final thing we're going to do is we're going to set this project up to be on GitHub. Now, GitHub is immensely powerful. You can use it to version control and to share your code with other people. It is great to store all of your projects on GitHub. To make a repo, you want to come right up to the top where it says version control and click share project on and GitHub. If you haven't already logged in, it should prompt you to log in. After this, you can set your repository name and you can decide whether it's private or not. I'm going to click no, and you can do a little description. Now, if you click share, oh, I've done something a little wrong here. You're not supposed to have any spaces. But if I remove the space there, that should be okay. Now, if you click the share button, it should put everything on GitHub. We need to add files for the initial commit. This is fine. You shouldn't need to change anything here. Just press add and now everything should be pushed to GitHub. Now, as you can see on the right, it says successfully shared project on GitHub. If you just click the name of your repository, it should open it up in your web browser. And we are done setting up the project. So, come back for the next video. We are going to go into how to create your first item. Also, a little side note, this is one of my first tutorials, so if there's anything you think I should improve on, put it down in the comments and subscribe to know when the next video comes out.